So actually, I don't think we have a finished game here on this. The fact that we also got 0 in here made me so happy. However, I do remember all the animations on 0. Like, we had an animation library that we could apply to people. 0's skeleton was so odd and so weird. We had to have, actually all the Borderlands peoples were from the original Borderlands. We actually had to create an entirely different library for his skeleton because it was so strange. It was so elongated and weird. I'm very happy. I'm very excited, but still, I cannot believe we're doing this.
Back again to hear another story of immense fortune and unthinkable peril. Well, I have some time. The Borderlands of Pandora were told to contain mysterious alien treasure troves filled with advanced technology and incredible power. Vaults, the people called them.
Our team did such a good job.
Was to earn you the title of Vault Hunter. At least by me. You could say Handsome Jack was one such explorer, though his methods could be seen as somewhat unsporting. He ran the corporation Hyperion and died trying to claim Pandora as his own. History's attention is fickle, my friends. It will remember those pirates like Handsome Jack, but forget the adventurers who risk it all for less obvious rewards. Stories, legends, those are much better at getting at the real spirit of things. Stories remember both sides of the tale.
Oh boy.
Come on, we can work this out.
Tell you right now, it's hard to like look at this and not be like, oh, I want to fix this. I want to
There's
fix
some
it.
sort of radiation leak I don't know about.
Now, I'm going to say that reveal right there, a lot of us at TellTale, excluding maybe like some of the writers, like we were guessing who he was.
So, who are you?
I ask the questions.
Okay, then. Do you mind asking yourself who you are? Ow, what the hell?
Tell me about the Gortys project.
Is that what this is about? Look, Gortys is bad business. If you want a real hot investment, I am on the ground floor of some property on E. Okay.
Don't be a smartass. I'm not a patient person.
Now that gun,
Just start talking.
just stuff like that, like the gun going up and down.
When you're
There was no animation
Back to the desert and,
of him doing the gun up and down. That was literally taking the gun and moving it up and down, and then it's back in his hand by the time you pan upwards.
just like him.
It was awesome being able to tell the story from the perspective of Hyperion, like a corporate man, something that like hadn't been really done yet in Borderlands.
Overflowing with assholes. Animals. When Handsome Jack died, it somehow got even worse.
Some of them, Pika, were 2D.
It took some time to fit in.
The seed of finger guns. Seed of finger guns.
A few stabs and select backs, a new haircut, and the help of a couple friends. I was on my way to get the promotion that was going to change my life. Scratch that. Our lives.
Yeah, we had 3D model shots, but it was
I was a little distracted.
better in the
It was
scene
a
to
big
have
day for us.
2Ds, flat
Luckily,
2Ds.
Vaughn was concentrating on the important things.
What's the first thing you're gonna buy? I know what Henderson's making.
I love that we got Nerdist in here. Vaughn was so, like, Nerdist was so perfect for this this part.
You'll be rolling in it. Being an exec in Hyperion comes with expectations.
It's not about money, Vaughn. It's about the respect it gets you.
Yeah, you know who talks like that? Poor people that no one likes. Respect, it's nice, you know, but it's not nicer than a summer home on Eden 7. Get your priorities straight. We're meeting with a vet afterward to celebrate. She booked us a table.
Yep, sounds good.
Look, we had to do a lot of awful stuff to get you to this point. Do I regret some of it? Sure I do. Every night it haunts my dreams, but that doesn't matter now, because you made it. You deserve this, man. And don't ever think you don't. And don't ever think about the Iridium mine deal we put together. Those people have to work somewhere, right?
Hey, we made it, okay? We're in this together. If I'm moving up, we're all moving up. You can be certain of that.
I appreciate that, Reese. You know, people around
Well,
here have
Bright,
short
that's
memories when it comes to
that's
that
why I'm
stuff.
doing this. Trying to showcase maybe like a little peek behind the
We're
curtain.
gonna run this place.
Yes, we are.
Behind like how we kind of built out things and worked on things.
All right, man. Let's get that.
I will say,
Hyperion face on.
unfortunately, because it's
Oh,
been
right.
so many years, I forget. Let's do the fake smile.
No, we need some condescending. Not too friendly right now. Okay, tell you what. Tilt your head back. Like if you ask me if there's anything up your nose.
How's that?
There you go. You don't respect me at all. Perfect.
I forget the cinematic artists who worked on these scenes. Now I will say, actually,
Henderson?
Have a seat, Reese. I'll just be a second.
Mr.
No,
Patrick
that's
Warburton himself. Let me pause real quick right there. So here's the deal. In this episode, this very first episode is one of the longest worked on episodes we ever had. We went through like 2 or 3 different iterations of this episode trying to set the tone, because we knew when this first episode came out, the tone was going to be set throughout the rest of the episodes. And man, I think this first episode, at least on the cinematic art team side, we worked on this 6 months or so. It was a long time. Javi, who was the lead cinematic artist on this one, or was it the following one? I do believe it was this one. This is the problem. This is where I'm not, like, we'll see hopefully his name in the opening credits, and that'll jog the memory there. But we definitely had some foibles, some trip ups when it came to writing and design on this episode. And so actually this scene coming up right here, I worked on, and then I think 2 or 3 other cinematic artists worked on. Normally a scene would have 1 cinematic artist attached to it for the most part, and it would be done. But because it went through so many iterations, there was so much work done in like this scene in particular that got thrown out, because whenever a dialogue file would change, whenever the writing would change, you would have to go, well, all this work, it's gone. Gotta redo it. So yeah, it was a lot of work that went into this.
Yes, I'm talking to you now.
Yeah, but I don't want it in red. I want it in black.
Yeah.
Because black is better. Look, don't concern yourself with
Don't just
why.
concern yourself with why.
Concern yourself.
Squeaketh.
And just send the car over when it's ready.
Company car. Didn't even have to ask.
Ah.
You look surprised to see me.
Patrick Warburton did such a good job on
I'm
this.
reading the situation right, and I usually am. You're not too happy about it either. This all came together quick. So, you might not have been in the loop, but it's for the better. At least for me.
So where's Henderson?
He, stepped out.
Little
They're going to be
nod, little
reporting
wink and
to
nod
me.
right there.
And I want you to know the promotion that you worked so hard to get, that's still coming to you.
Well,
Uh-oh.
That's a relief. Because
But this is about more than that, Reese. It's about your future in this company. Look, you want to know the reason why I'm in that chair and you're
I love this speech
For
from
the
him.
exact same reason why North is North. Why the handsome guy always gets the girl. And why every spaceship in the universe is shaped like a cock. It's destiny, Reese. And men, real men like me, make their own. And you can hold a grudge if you like. No harm, no foul. Your thoughts are your own.
This little reveal.
But bad things can happen when you swim against fate. Sometimes men find themselves standing in the way of other men's destiny. You don't want to be that man. Wow. I have timed that better. That really helps dramatically make my point. Which is this.
So self-aware.
This promotion is going to take you out of the way of other people's destiny and put you on your own path.
Uh-huh.
That, my friend, is why I am promoting you to... Gary, why isn't my new car Digistructing in my office yet?
Vasquez, it's August.
Oh, August.
Some of those
cool.
throwouts might have used as
Actually,
an
I
extra
have
features
somebody here.
bloopers game reels.
Are you buying
No,
this ball
I don't
game
have
or what?
those files,
'Cause
Bowler.
How did this happen so quick? I thought I'd have more time. Of course, I'm still interested.
Oh, Cantos is
Yes,
100% his niche. It's awesome. That screen was such a pain in the ass
Short notice.
to do.
I mean, I'm not trying to be obstinate, but I need time.
Three years sucking up to the guy. Out the window.
Yep.
Yeah, no, but...
Ugh. Why do the biggest scumbags always have the best view?
Do you want the money or not? Because
That should be me. Only less Vasquez-y.
it's not. No, it won't be a big deal for me to get... Yes.
There were so many animations we also had to hand do in this game
we had before.
because the animation team was struggling to get all the animations out for all the new characters and whatnot, and so there were so many animations that we ended up like
Just got this promotion.
having to do ourselves. It was really weird. It was really interesting.
No, nope. Look. Are you going?
I know we need to go here,
Why
but
are you turning this into a whole thing right now?
favorite donut, the guy with the sprinkles. Status not well. That's
Such a nice suit.
Look, I'll have to call you back.
This is also my first time, I think, playing this on the mouse and the keyboard. I'm so used to using a controller on this kind of stuff. So this ought to be interesting, especially when it comes to the QuickTime events.
Why are you trying to screw me on this? Oh, fine. Just wait there, okay? I can only be down at... If it's gonna be $10 million, I'm gonna need another hour or two.
Yeah, Pika, the computer
Okay.
screens
Yeah, I'll be there in
were
a minute.
such a pain. Like, we were
Just
having
stay there.
to work
It's a
really
tourist
hard
shop,
with
like
our
Bug
UI
or
team.
something. Sure. Okay, say hi to your mom. Damn it.
Well, I do have it here if I want to use
Right.
it.
What were we talking about?
Let's see if it'll automatically flip.
Before we were
There we go.
so rudely interrupted.
I think it was something about buying a vault key.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Oh, just like that. Buying a vault key, right? You're like a kid sounding out the words.
Oh my God. This is where I want Michael
All right.
Gambino here.
Promotion.
Gambino, he would also do a really
Henderson.
good Patrick Warburton
He didn't
impersonation.
know his place. He needed lesson number 1. Humility.
Humility.
I respect you, Reese. That's why I'm gonna make you assistant vice janitor.
What? No. No, you
I'm
can't.
the boss now, Reese. I do whatever I want. Report to Sewage Scout 23.
Patrick Warburton,
Effective
man.
Immediately.
He can play some lovable oaf, but he can also play just an absolute douchebag.
Fine. I've had to do worse in my career.
That's the spirit, Reese. Nothing teaches you humility faster than scrubbing toilets. You're dismissed, Reese.
Such a huge door.
What the hell was that? He can't do this to us!
He just did.
No. No, this can't be happening.
I'm finished, Vaughn. I'm finished. You know how this place is.
So it's interesting on these
Everyone can smell it!
hallway
no, they
walk and
can't.
talks.
Not yet, unless you don't quiet down.
I love this. That animation kills me.
Because that is your job now, to clean up trash with your bare hands.
Sorry, you were saying something? I interrupted you.
Reese, why are you cleaning up trash? I thought you were getting a promotion. Trash duty seems like the opposite of a promotion.
Vasquez screwed me out of the promotion.
He threw Henderson out of an airlock and demoted Reese to trash man.
Yep,
Holy
Pika.
crap. So does that mean you're not buying?
Yvette, the other best friend. Our voice actors did such a fantastic job on this
Trying to lighten
game.
the mood. And I didn't bring my wallet, so if someone pays for me,
I'll tell you who's gonna pay. Vasquez.
I don't know if he's the type
We
to.
can't let that prick get away with this.
So it's interesting
Do
is that
something.
these walk and
He
talks.
just killed a guy. Maybe
Um,
it's better we lay low for a bit.
What? No way. We hit back.
We steal his deal. We steal
you
his
sometimes
deal.
had to pull people back
That is
back
what
to the hallway
What are you
because there
talking
was
about?
only this one section of hallway that was modeled. So at times in this walk and talk, you'd have a blocker chore, keeping everybody walking, you know, at the same pace and everything else.
I mean,
But
not only do we
if they were
screw
getting
over
too close to the
Vasquez,
end, you had
we
to
have a
sometimes
friggin'
pull them
vault
back.
key.
It was
What are they worth?
so
Like
much
$1
fun.
billion?
More.
Yeah, but we
So
need
much fun.
$10 million right now to make the deal.
Hold, please. Done.
I'm not gonna lie. That was impressive.
Counting. I mean, it's what I do. $10 million is chump change around here. By the time anyone notices, we'll have a vault key.
Cool. Well, looks like you boys got it all.
It's the
figured
adventure
out.
hallway, right?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go eat. Alone? Call me if you don't get killed.
Whoa,
all right?
hey, we need your help. We need clearance, transportation. You're a requisitions master. We need that stuff.
Yeah, maybe a loader bot or two. You know, things get dicey.
I can't wait, Loaderbot. I love
It's one thing
Loaderbot.
stealing from a bunch of poor suckers on Pandora. You're talking about stealing from Hyperion.
But we're friends. Friends help each other steal stuff. I mean, that's how it works.
Richter used to steal candy bars. His family still doesn't know where the body is.
Richter was an asshole, and his family are assholes.
Come on, I'll buy you the lunch I owe you.
Loaderbot is the best. Loaderbot is the buddiest.
But you're buying me lunch now.
The
and
doctor, 100%.
Done. We only
This
got a
was
couple
my
hours.
favorite title to work
Go
on.
withdraw the cash. I'll get you guys clearance in Pandora, get you geared up, and issue you a standard Hyperion town car.
What? Standard?
I mean, the
Really?
funny thing is, this was
can't
not
bring
our
the premium?
first
Seat warmer,
Borderlands
maybe a
stuff to work
convertible or
on.
something?
Before this actually was Poker
Yeah,
Night
a
2,
convertible.
with
So, just so I
Claptrap,
got this straight,
working
you
with
want me to get
Claptrap,
you a car to drive around
and I
Pandora
took
that
care of
uses
all the
less
Borderlands
right?
and Claptrap stuff
You're gonna
in Poker
steal
Night 2.
something, I figure...
No. No, don't worry. I've got a car in mind.
And we let him, yep, there we go. Some of them, a little bit, Pika, but things were still changed around. All right, hold on. I'm going to pause it here real quick. So the music intro you are about to hear, funny thing enough, all the music intros that happened in Tales from the Borderlands was 100% because of the success of Wolf Among Us. Wolf Among Us showed us that we could have this cool, stylized music opening for a game. Once the success of Wolf Among Us showed us that we could do that, then that's where we started building these musical intros for Tales from the Borderlands. Now, also something to note, these musical intros were very expensive, both in the sense of acquiring the music, of course, but they would be worked on, like pre-viz would even happen before the cinematic art team necessarily would start working on an episode more often than not. Nick Herman and Dennis Lenart, well, mainly Nick Herman, would try to come up with the right music, where sometimes there would be some email chains talking about like, okay, like what anybody got a suggestion for music? Here's the tone of the episode, et cetera, et cetera. But ultimately it was Nick Herman's choice, if I remember correctly. And this one was like the catalyst. This is what started it. And then they just got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as the season went on and whatnot. But yeah, I loved, one of my biggest things I loved about working on Tales of Borderlands was these musical intros. I thought were some of my favorite things. Tales, I think you mean Tales from the Borderlands. I got some of the best intros I've ever seen. And it's purely because these intros, they, like I said, they started getting worked on before the word go, essentially. Like already the writing and design team were working with whoever the director of the episode was at the time to figure them out, because to get music to line up to the action in going on in our game, because the way the TellTale tool was created was a very difficult thing to do. So you had to make sure that things were going to work in such a way. So yeah. So let's get back to it. And I love this music. TellTale! Worked there for almost 7 years. It's a hard life out there. It's a hard life. Let's go, baby. Our CEOs.
Holy freaking crap! What was that? What do we even? Oh, what do we even hit? Why? Oh, I hope that wasn't like a really ugly person.
A really ugly person.
Oh, crap! I think we killed it.
Yep, keep it a tradition. We wanted to make sure we ran over a skag.
We're murderers. Great, we murder. You know, I thought it would take longer than 20 seconds before that happened.
I hate to break it to you.
Relax, Vaughn. It's a skag. They breed like hostile rabbits down here.
We've killed so many skags in Borderlands.
Still, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Nope.
Kind of.
You realize how many skags I've killed? You realize how many skags I've murdered in Borderlands? You think I'm gonna cry over a skag?
So, what do we say if someone asks where we got the money?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, what do we tell people? We should have a story. I mean, I would prefer not to tell them that we stole it from Hyperion. That would not go over well. I just think we need a plan of some sort.
It's for charity.
What does that even mean?
We say it's some sort of open a vault for Pandorans kind of deal. I love stuff when it's attached.
It's for the kids,
They
the
hardly ever question their
kids.
intentions.
You subscribe to the channel. Can I get FTK in chat, please?
Oh, this looks not good.
Got ourselves a hero here. What are you looking at?
It's Pandora. What did you expect?
Yeah, no, I know. I guess I'm just now.
Thank you,
more aware
Cantos.
that I have
Hashtag
$10
for the
million
kids.
to me is all. In a neighborhood, I might add, of back planet nut jobs. Just getting a vibe, you know?
Just keep your eyes open for the place, okay? I don't want to be here any longer than we have to.
Oh yeah, Cantos. Oh yeah.
Gotta watch the money.
Oh, really?
Listen, one tap on the arm, and Yvette can send down a loader bot if things get too entertaining.
That's true.
And she gave me this. It is a stun baton.
A
Not know how it
stun
works.
baton.
It's definitely neat.
Yeah, stick.
Whisper, what's up, Wisp?
God, I can't wait to be in that chair. You and me, Yvette. I mean, we bring this key back, and they're gonna make us the once and future kings of that place for sure. They'll send in a crew to use the key, and then that's it. Then it's kick back on the moon beach time.
Yeah, we'll pop champagne and everything after we get back with the key.
Ah, come on, it's in the bag.
Pika, no, we actually had animations for them behind the car. We actually had animations for them sitting and doing these kind of things inside the car.
Beep, beeping, but I don't see the place.
It's the world of curiosities, right?
Yeah, do you see it?
No.
Could ask one of them. They seem
Ah,
normal-ish. Normal-ish enough. Anyway.
What an excellent idea.
I thought so
yes.
myself.
Excuse me, good sir. Perhaps could you help us? All right, so I'm gonna pause right there. Hopefully, me doing a little alt tab. So remember how I mentioned I'm gonna show you guys a pre-viz, a thing that I worked on before like the whole fight scene with Loaderbot and everything else came to be. I'm gonna show you the video file. I can guarantee you no one's seen this before. Fight on this. Now let me make sure. I think I have the right file here. Come on, show me the 248. All right, there we go. All right. Yep, here it is. The Borderlands previs fight for when Loaderbot is called down. We wanted, because like I said, this first episode had probably the longest work on time than any other episode. Like I said, I think it was over like 6 months or something like that, just on the cinematic art team alone. That's not even including the time with writing design, first writing the very first draft and everything else. So we had some time to do some things we normally didn't get to do, which was pre-viz certain things, doing storyboards and that kind of stuff. Normally, believe it or not, in our process, slowed things down. So not too often we got a chance to do that. However, and this is without like I don't have, like, I created this using animations from different libraries and whatnot. There wasn't really a whole lot of animations to use. So you're going to see, you know, people in T poses and being dragged here and there. Cause like I said, this is just to get an idea of timing, an idea of how we may want to shoot and use the environment, the space, and all that kind of stuff. So this is all about just making that. So I was even like, for UI type stuff, I was just in After Effects. Excuse me, not After Effects, because that would have been too much even for this. Well, I was just in Adobe Premiere, just throwing things in here real quick and slapping things over, just once again to sell it and showcase what it looked like. So so this is when Loaderbot is about to be called down and choosing the missiles and the shields and what you want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and hide me here, and you guys can just you know, enjoy this previs thing here.
Time to clock in, boys.
All to be out before we're killed, please. So we have the Skag Stand, Rudiger. So like, there's not even any dialogue files, as you can see. No, we had no guns, so I'm just putting in little effects real quick.
This is so cool!
This is totally uncool.
Gotcha!
Yeah, just bare bones.
Oh, talk to the hand, loser.
My stupid voice.
Gotcha! Here comes the choo-choo! Your blood tastes like moon dust!
So also showing a transition that we could do potentially, and then how we would lock on to all the targets.
Initiating grenade propulsion subroutines.
Because we'd never worked with something like Loaderbot before, so just trying to figure out like how could we use them. So once again, lock on all your targets.
Initiating grenade propulsion subroutines.
And then showcasing somebody being able to steal the car. Aw, Vaughn saving us. Get our car back, bot. And there you go. That was the how like certain things would get built out and pre-vising and showcasing like you know, what are we gonna do? Where are we gonna take it from here? And like I said, it was all just like quick little sound effects and stupid effects things. This was all just in-house. This was just for to generate ideas of what we could do in the space that we were given. Oh yeah, Pika. Oh yeah, no, when we get to episode 4. Yeah, it was just one of those kind of things. It's like, wait, do I still have those files? And sure enough, you know, still do. But you know, it was one of those kind of things that it was my first time being asked to make a previs scene like this outside of the film industry. Yeah. So there you go. Always super classy. Super classy. The whole scanning thing was a very new thing for us to do, like to go into this other camera. For the Pandoran with a Titan ass, make sure your toilet is Titan class. Like originally there was also, for a period of time, we had this thing where like, if you could scan everything, like as you went through scenes and you scanned, if you scanned everything, it could lead to either like an achievement at one point in time or like a separate scene even, like, I rule. But eventually, unfortunately, that stuff got, didn't move forward. It was sad because to me personally, I'm always a huge fan of things unlocking in a game the more you play it or when you do certain things. And sadly that just didn't come out to be.
I have a feeling he's somewhat inebriated. Excuse me, but do you know where the World of Curiosities is? Right, well, don't trouble yourself. Hi, sir, yes, do you... I think I'm gonna just skip this guy.
Nom, 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 nom.
Hey, do you know where the World of Curiosities is?
Leave me alone.
Okay.
Sir, sir. I also remember trying to have enough varied heads and faces to go on these bodies was the big request at the time. It was like, okay, we need more like varied looking characters in the game for default background characters, and that was always the big ask. I mean, no matter what game we worked on, you know, I remember Wolf Among Us, that was also a big ask. You know, in The Walking Dead, it was a little easier to go like, yeah, they're all zombies. Just make a ton of disgusting looking zombie faces and bodies that we can mix and match. That's cool. But when you have non-zombie like characters and they're gonna be on screen, it was a legit thing. And so a lot of times we had hero zombies. We called them hero zombies because they were special. They were different than the other crowd zombies, just stuff like that.
Oof, not a very handsome fellow, is he?
We don't have all day here, Reese.
We're just gonna go in there full bore.
Hey, you know, Grease Face. You know, the guy with the weird meat thing. You know where the World of Curiosities is? Because my buddy and I, we gotta be there, like, you know, right now.
Say that again.
Reese, what are you doing?
Yeah, Reese. What are you doing?
That
Repeat
voice.
what you said. Just so there's no misunderstanding.
Okay, sure.
What? You got a greasy face.
Yep.
Look, get some lotion, get some gel, do a rap or something. I mean, if you want to lash out, you know, blame your genes, it's not your fault.
Oh, look, fella, my friend is really, really sorry. He's got some kind of a condition where he says really stupid crap just to see what'll happen.
Yes, I do.
You're Hyperion.
Yep.
You egg-suckers ruined this town, you know that? Atlas were bastards, but at least they had the good sense to fail. When Jack came in, he
I gotta say it. I gotta say it.
Oh my God, who called in the wambulance? Huh? Look, if you don't know where the World of Curiosities is, stop wasting our time and just tell us.
Who called the
move on to the
wambulance?
next hole of garbage that you people call a suburb and see if their morons know any better.
You know, I thought today was gonna be boring.
Nope.
Hey, little man. What's in the case? Hey, kitty cat. Show us what's in the case.
Okay, now, look. Before we
That
get
sexy voice, right? Up.
bent-
Is there like a convention or something?
Oh.
Now, the previous scene, if I remember correctly, this was done by a different cinematic artist. Now, this one, if I remember, I mean, once again, unfortunately or fortunately, many cinematic artists touched these scenes. If I remember correctly, Jason Latino is coming up here on one of his stuff, but Dennis Leonard, who was a fantastic director for many things. So he was an amazing cinematic artist, one of the cinematic artists that had been part of the team the longest. He ended up working on this, and it really shows because it got this extra little touch to it that only Dennis can bring. Dennis also had a really good in my opinion, like, how do I put it? Like a good kind of like dry sense of humor in a sense of like, he'd make you laugh at stuff that typically wouldn't be as funny as it was, but he had a really, really good sense of humor, I think.
Bandits.
You know what we got here?
Reese,
We got a couple of Hyperion warmongers, gentlemen.
Yvette, prime it.
Already?
All right, so this is coming up, the previs that we showed.
Give me the menu.
Okay, but don't go bananas.
Oh, I would never.
Cheap.
And do you know what we do with warmongers? Do you know what we do? Should we tell them what we do with Hyperion workers?
Who is that?
Reese, come on, just get it.
Motorbot deployed.
There we go.
Time to clock in. Listen, boys. You're gonna hand over that case.
No.
Or you're handing over your heads. Your choice.
Look, guys, let's talk about this.
Time for my favorite bot.
Ooh. Got quiet all of a sudden.
I love the blood texture we have on him. Hi.
Why isn't it doing anything?
Angry eyes detected. Awaiting construction.
It only does what I tell it to.
Angry eyes detected.
Please stop shooting me. Engaging target.
See? Piece of cake.
I will say the building of this took so long to do. The building of this scene, to be able to pick and choose and then go to a different camera that was attached to the loader bot and whatnot. It was a lot of work. A lot of work went into this. Sit down.
Rocket, rocket, rocket! I know!
And then this is where you see that we had the be able to tag people and shoot.
Well, now I know why these cost so much.
Thank you kindly.
Wait! Motorbot! Go get the car!
Stop.
Dr. FBI, what's up? So this is a different scene now. And now, if I remember with this scene coming up, with the shock stick, taser stick, anyway, this was, I think, Javier Espinosa. Javier Espinosa, if I remember correctly, man, I'm really trying to pull from my memory here, worked on this scene, if I remember correctly, I think.
Die now! I'm gonna cook you!
Jeez. You have a metal arm, Reese. Use your metal arm. Oh, I love this. I love this reveal. I love that.
interesting.
Up. This also went through a few different iterations, purely because, you know, having to figure out this hallway that you're having to go down through and then destroying a wall. We were coming up with many different ways of how, like, to use this taser, this shock stick. We had Samuel L. Jackson fill in for Lee Everett during a game review. If you've never saw that trailer where Samuel L. Jackson played the role of Lee Everett for a little section of our game, dude, YouTube that shit, because it was amazing. It was hilarious to see. So we did have some big spendy marketing moments here and there, but for the most part, it was just, I mean, not everyone's got the Activision or EA budget. Yeah, if you're into Borderlands and you've never played nor seen Tales from the Borderlands, I hate to break it to you, but Tales from the Borderlands is canon. So there's going to be a lot of things in Borderlands 3 that are changed. And if you didn't play or watch Tales from the Borderlands, you're going to be like, what? Why? Guess what?